Today on Judge Faith, Texans come to court to settle a dispute over which person must pay for a canceled charity event.
This is the longest day and a half that I've ever experienced. Okay, these are real people, Your Honor. This is a real family with real issues.
There was a lady that contacted me. They told me that I was being scammed.
Why in the world do you believe that a family is faking that a child has cancer?
Faith Jenkins. Her distinguished legal career began when she graduated first in her law school class. She quickly became a tough New York City prosecutor and then a preeminent legal analyst on cable news. And now she's the judge in her own courtroom. Her cases are real and her rulings are final. She is Judge Faith. Plaintiff Kiana Carpenter says she was attempting to raise money for a child with cancer, but the co-defendants ruined the event. She's suing for a canceled children's fashion show and fundraising event. Defendants Dr. Amber Robinette and Greta Johnson say they owe nothing because the child's family refused to participate. And Kiana is a scam artist. They're countersuing for loss of rental income, cleaning and decorating costs, and related expenses.
All rise. Court is in session. The Honorable Judge Faith Jenkins presiding. Please be seated. Your Honor, the litigants have been sworn in. This is the case of Carpenter versus Robinette and Johnson.
Thank you, Juan. Kiana Carpenter?
Yes, Your Honor.
You are suing the defendants, Dr. Amber Robinette.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Greta Johnson.
Yes, Your Honor.
For $8,125. Expenses related to a canceled children's fashion show and fundraising event?
Yes, ma'am.
The defendants are countersuing for $1,990 for loss of rental income, cleaning and decorating costs and related expenses.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'll start with you, Ms. Carpenter. Why don't you give me some background and tell me what this event was about and how you came to schedule to have your event at their facility?
I host children's fashion shows, and I've been doing this since 2011. I had my own daughter used to model. She's now an actress, and we noticed that when we went to a lot of the shows, we spent a lot of money, but we never got anything out of it. They would let her wear these pretty clothes. She never got to take them home or anything. So I wanted to create a platform for us and our children so that we will have the same opportunities that the kids in California and New York had. So I began to talk to parents and find out what they wanted. They said they wanted a competition where their kids could compete in a friendly way and win a prize. This year I ended up, I lost my cousin, almost 3 years ago to Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer.
Okay,
and so no one helped our family, and she left behind her 2 small children. And so I wanted to basically donate or help another family that was in the position that we once were ourselves. And so I reached out to this family through a mutual friend on Facebook, and this little girl was, very ill, and they said that her mother could use the money for the medical bills.
So you were now planning on having a show and it also be a fundraiser for this family.
Yeah,
you found out
we were
about.
going to donate 20% of the proceeds, and then the mother was...
And the family had a child who was terminally ill with cancer?
Yes, she had MS, M7 leukemia.
Okay, and so you reached out to the family. They agreed to be a part of this fundraiser and to accept these funds from you, and it's the fundraiser that's in question in this case, right?
Right.
But something happened because you had a facility.
Yeah.
And you were going to use that facility for the fundraiser, and that venue closed down completely.
Yeah.
Then you were looking for another facility, and that's when, according to your statement, you went to the press to try to get help, right? Tell me about
correct. She called me Monday and said they had went out of business, and it was 2 weeks before the show, and that there was nothing they could do. So I reached out to Channel 2 News and asked them in Houston, and I asked them if they wouldn't mind covering the story so that we could reach out to a mass amount of people to get donations or anything that we could, gather for this child, because we were 2, maybe 3 weeks away at this point.
You saw the news story, and that's when you reached out to the plaintiff, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I want to take a look at the video you submitted as evidence.
You would never know this bright ball of energy has been battling leukemia for the past 2 years.
She's going to have to get some more chemo, maybe radiation, and try another transplant.
Etheridge found a helping hand through the founder of Kids Fashion Parade Houston. Quiana Carpenter offered to throw an event to help raise money for the family and raise awareness about childhood cancer.
I know that's hard, and she's a young mom like me, so I thought what more better to do than just help out this mom.
Carpenter says she found out Monday that Hughes Hangar suddenly closed its doors and they haven't been able to find a new venue.
Maybe someone will hear or see our story and they'll look at that beautiful face and they'll want to reach out to help us.
Okay. So who saw the news story?
I did.
Okay.
I did, Your Honor. So, first of all, we have been in business. We're the owners of the Lux Event Boutique in Humble, Texas, and we've been in business actually for 10 years as a decor and rental company and event planners. And we opened our banquet hall about 4 years ago, and we've hosted numerous events, 3 to 5 events each week. And so when we saw this story on the news, I'm also a pediatrician, so it's kind of, I have a venue. It's a pediatric child in need, and that's what resonated after that story.
Coming up, the story about the canceled fundraiser gets more complicated.
So now you know, according to you, that it's all fake, right? But you then pursue going forward with this event, and you sue them when they pull out? Why would they want to hold this event? Hi, I'm Judge Faith. Follow me on Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Plaintiff Quiana Carpenter says the co-defendants ruined her event. She's suing for a canceled children's fashion show and fundraising event. Defendants Dr. Amber Robinette and Greta Johnson say they own nothing because the child's family refused to participate. They're countersuing for loss of rental income, cleaning and decorating costs, and related expenses.
How much money did you expect to raise at this event?
Initially, we expected to raise over $50,000 because we had big sponsors come in until they found multiple accounts under the mother's name with different amounts and under different people's names.
What do you mean, multiple accounts? GoFundMe pages?
GoFundMe, different Kickstarters, different...
So they thought the mother was doing what?
Fraud.
The mother of the child with cancer?
They told me that I was being scammed, and they didn't want to have anything...
By the family with the child with cancer? Scammed how? That the child wasn't really sick?
There was a lady that contacted me that did say she was a personal friend of the family, and not that the child wasn't sick, that the mother was not being truthful about how long that, for example, the mother has known for 8 months that the baby was going to die soon, and she was telling people that she just found out. She came to me and personally told me that she shaved the child's head, that it was not due to the cancer. It was because her 3 nephews were into Ninja Turtles, and they wanted to look like the Ninja Turtles.
So you're saying the mother
Yes.
told you that's why she shaved the child's head. It wasn't from chemotherapy.
Yes.
So it's $50,000. The family's only getting 20%, which is 10, so $40,000.
And 20% went to another charity that we were helping.
You're jumping ahead, because I'm still on this question. Why in the world do you believe that a family is faking that a child has cancer? Because there's nothing else to think about this. If someone's mother comes to you and they tell you, I'm shaving my child's head.
Yes.
There's no other way to think about this.
She just said it wasn't from chemo.
Why do you then pursue having this event? Because the way it's presented in the news story is it's a fundraiser, and you don't want this child to be without this money. So now you know, according to you, that it's all fake, right? But you then pursue going forward with this event, and you sue them when they pull out? Why would they want to hold this event?
Can I give you the timeline? Because this is the longest day and a half that I've ever experienced. Okay.
Briefly.
So on April 8th, I received a message from the aunt of, I don't know if I can say names, but of the child. And she is like the family representative. So the aunt asked, how much are we paying? How much are we charging? And I said, everything's complimentary. Even the deposit has been waived, which normally is standard for everybody. I don't care who you are. And so she says that Ms. Carpenter tells them at that fundraiser on Friday, that whatever they raised on Sunday, which was the event we're hosting, the money that we're charging them has to be deducted from the proceeds that we're collecting.
Okay.
And I said, well,
she said that to you in a text message?
In a text message.
May I see the text?
Yes.
So explain to me what's going on.
Explain to me what I supposedly said.
This is.
Yeah.
What did I supposedly say? I'm sorry.
Did you tell the aunt of this child that you were deducting the money that they were charging to host the event at their venue? Did you tell the aunt that?
No, I didn't tell the aunt that I was deducting something.
Okay, so she contacts you and she writes,
business page.
The lady that is hosting the event, on Sunday told us that y'all were charging us for it and told us that she was going to have to take it out of the money that we were going to raise so that she could pay you all for the venue. So you're telling me that the aunt is lying about that?
That was before we found them.
No, it's not. No, it's not. This is. I'm looking at the date, ma'am. This is April 8th. So let's talk about it again.
When I spoke with the aunt, it was about another venue. It wasn't even about them. We had several venues that reached out. We had found a place that was near Westheimer.
Okay, so she contacted her in error, you're saying?
I don't know why they started contacting them.
You told them that the event is at their facility. So 2 days before the event, she writes her, and she wants to confirm that they are indeed being charged for holding this event at the venue. You told them that they were being charged. Am I right?
I did not tell them that they were being charged.
I don't believe you.
Coming up on Judge Faith, the contract is disputed in court.
There was video of Ms. Carpenter stealing money or taking money and putting it in her purse from this other fundraiser that was happening at this bounce house.
Did they accuse you of doing that?
Plaintiff Kiana Carpenter says she was trying to help a sick child. She's suing for a canceled children's fashion show and fundraising event. Defendants Dr. Amber Robinette and Greta Johnson say they own nothing because Kiana is a scam artist. They're countersuing for loss of rental income, cleaning and decorating costs, and related expenses.
Where's the child now?
She passed away
on August 20th.
Okay.
It's 5 months and 5 days after her 6 months. They gave her 6 months to live. So speaking of this fake accusation, she passed away 5 months and 5 days after they said that she had 6 months to live. These are real people, Your Honor, and this is a real family with real issues, and that's what drove us. And I've met so many vendors that are willing and eager to have donated to this family. And let me just take you back. So that was the aunt was the first tip-off. That following morning, I received... On the 9th, on Saturday morning, I received a couple of other messages from other people that were actually actively involved in the planning of this event for on April 10th. At this point, I didn't know who was telling the truth.
What did they tell you?
They told me that they were concerned that the money was being stolen. They said they actually had video, which I don't have that footage. This is what they told me, though. There was video of Ms. Carpenter stealing money or taking money and putting it in her purse from this other fundraiser that was happening at this bounce house.
Did they accuse you of doing that?
They did accuse me of doing that. No video surfaced.
Did you do it?
No, I did not.
And I have their witness statements.
Did you pull out?
We pulled out after talking with the family. They didn't feel comfortable with proceeding with the event.
Why did you reach out to the news?
To tell them that the family also had pulled out of the event, and that was the only reason that we were involved.
Okay, let me watch the
100%.
video.
The Luxe Event Boutique even provided a venue for free, again, believing it would benefit.
We were going to decorate, we were going to do ceiling drapes, the canopy, the chair sashes. I mean, everything was going to be comped for this child.
But none of it happened. Moms like Camp showed up, only to find a locked door.
It's been canceled. We've been taken for our money.
So what happened? Family started getting concerned about what Carpenter was doing with the money she'd raised.
My sister was talking to her and asked her where all the money was. It was supposed to go to and she could never text her back or say where the money was.
And in addition to charging parents, tickets were sold online in a website soliciting donations for linked to Carpenter's own account.
It was just a big mess.
So the family pulled out. That's when the owner of the Luxe Event Boutique told Carpenter without the family, she could still have the fashion show, but would have to pay to rent the space.
I'm not here to benefit your company. I'm here to donate to this child.
Carpenter didn't pay the rental fee, so the event didn't happen.
How much was the rental fee?
$1,225.
So Ms. Carpenter, I'm perplexed at this point as to why we're here. The family of this child said they wanted no part of this event. That's not hearsay. They said it on the news. Mm-hmm. And then they told you you could still have the event, but you have to pay the $1,200 fee because it's no longer a fundraiser. So why are you suing them for not holding the event for free?
Right, I had already paid the staff and everything for the event. I mean, nobody's gonna work for free.
Not my problem, not their problem. You don't get the venue for free because it's not a fundraiser anymore.
No, I'm suing them because we were in contract.
This is not a contract. A contract has offer, acceptance, and consideration. They are donating something to you. You can't turn around and sue someone for pulling out on a donation. Right. When the reason that they were donating this facility completely changed because there's no longer a child involved getting money.
For one, there was 2 people that was benefiting from this, not just one.
No, we're not doing that. Let me tell you something. I don't know about all these other allegations. I don't know if you took money or not, but I'm going to tell you, this doesn't look good, first of all. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things. For you to come in here and say that this child's mother told you she shaved her head, basically inferring she wasn't really that sick, when in fact the child was terminally ill.
I didn't say that.
I do not believe
that's the reason.
No, that's what you said. You said she told you that.
I said that she told me that she shaved her head. It wasn't from chemo.
The inference is when someone tells you that.
I told the truth.
No, you didn't. You didn't tell the truth.
I did tell the truth. That's what she told me.
You didn't tell the truth.
Friday that night.
I don't believe you.
She told me.
I don't believe you. I'm gonna tell you right now. You have some nerve bringing this lawsuit against these people. Some nerve. I think you're a scam artist.
Coming up, Judge Faith rules. And now, Judge Faith rules.
What's your counterclaim about?
Our counterclaim includes reserving the space for this particular event. We had to prep the linens and all the other decor and pay our employees for cleaning and getting ready for the event.
Because you've begun decorating the place. Here's what I'm going to do. There are a few things that bother me about this case. One, to make the allegation that this family was basically a fraud when it came to this child. The child ends up passing away. I'm not going to let you come into this courtroom and say that about this family when your actions alone speak to the fact that that simply isn't true, because you would not have been pressing to go forward to have this fundraiser if you really believed that this was a fraud. Well, maybe you would, because you were getting most of the money. Yeah. So actually maybe you would. Mm-hmm. You're suing for $1,990. I'm going to order the plaintiff to pay you the full amount because I believe that she is involved in a scam, telling people she's raising money for sick children when in fact you're pocketing most of the money for your own profit, your own gain.
Where?
And you can come into this courtroom and talk about all the things that you do and all the people you help. I think that's what you want people to believe. I think in reality, all you're trying to do is help yourself. $1,990 judgment for the defendant.
We're in agreement that definitely there were some questionable practices on the part of Ms. Carpenter, and we won't let this one incident prevent us from helping others in the future.
If you or someone you know has a dispute, don't take the law into your own hands. Let Judge Faith rule on it for you. To submit your case, go to judgefaith.com and tell us your story. See you in court.